We are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wanderlust. So I'm in Thailand. I'm actually here on a work trip with some students. You can see kind of in the distance. But I just wanted to share, like this channel is all about the wonder in the world, and there's some amazing, wonderful things here that I wanted to share with you. Unfortunately, the pump has just been turned off, but we're here at a rice farm and we've been planting some rice shoots, which has been incredible. But I'm just going to show you how they are able to fill this. I just found out that there are some plantations that are only able to have rice growing during the wet season. This one, this just turned on. Hang on. I'm so glad it's just turned on. So the water is pumped from the river out there, and it's pumped into this little channel, and this feeds so many of these rice paddy fields out here. I wish I had my drone to be able to show you everything, but I don't. And I love the way that it is distributed through. So basically, there is a little pipe here where the water flows through, and then it comes out. I'm actually walking, I guess, on top of all of the water, and then it gets pumped out of a tube over here into this little section, which is pretty beautiful. And then this body of water feeds the rest of the field, which is absolutely amazing. From where I am, there's actually two halves, and I'm going to show you those two halves. And the water feeds through, and there's tiny little dams made out of wood, I think, or maybe concrete, and then you lift them up and it feeds through the other side. I've been planting rice this morning, which has been amazing. We've been creating fertilizer out of 3 different types of poop. I bet you wish you were here for that. And it has been quite an amazing experience this morning. It is a hot day, tanked up on the old sunblock and staying very well hydrated. Wanderlust! And having a great day. Here's the dam I was telling you about. This is being stopped by this piece of wood, and look, there's a little frog spawn in there, little tadpole, should I say. And so this is where the water is, and you can lift up that piece of wood and then it will feed this area here, which is pretty cool. I'm just walking back and you can see just how much water is flowing from the river at the moment. I'm just going to show you because the pipe is starting to gush with lots and lots of water from the river. The motor that drove the pump was powered from a plug socket in a nearby shed that the farmer was proud to show me. Amazing, this buffalo here is just 4 years old and she's just become a mother a week ago. This is a week-old calf and it is beautiful. Wow, it is going to be having a very interesting life, ploughing the fields here. But it's so cute to see. We enjoyed a delicious local lunch cooked by the farmers' wives, which included rice from the latest harvest of the very fields we were planting that morning. After lunch, I was invited to explore the farmhouse, which has been in the family for over 150 years. The lower open area where we were served lunch is typical of these rural Thai homes, providing shade from the heat of the day, where the raised living quarters are cooler in the evening and provide an elevated view of the estate. What a beautiful home. It is all made of wood, and I understand the structure has been built to lean in a little bit to give it strength. There's tin roofs above me, and apparently during the World War when the Japanese were here, this house would have been dismantled to be able to be moved to keep its residents safe, and then they'll just rebuild it wherever they are, which is absolutely incredible. I'm walking on wooden floor and I can feel, I don't know, someone's knocking or cooking and using the wood, and I can feel it through my feet, which is pretty awesome. And also at the top there, these little peaks that are on the edge of the roof used to be made of metal, but again during the World War they were taken off, replaced with wood, melted down so that they could be used as bullets to be able to fight against the Japanese who were in here. The next day we went to explore a floating market which sold and showcased many local treats for tourists. The rain provided us with clear boardwalks as we explored without the crowds. The market's produce was varied, from pickled foods to sharp blades, clothing and other local produce. We were recommended to try the local Thai sweet treat, roti sai mai, and its inviting colours and friendly stall owners made it a must-have on our morning at the market. So I'm just trying a roti sai mai, which is a local pancake with a sort of candy floss inside, and I thought I would show you guys it too. It is green because of pandan, which is a flavour that we're used to in Singapore, and inside is like a candy floss style thing. So, okay, so, oh my goodness, the outside you don't get as much of the pandan flavour, but it's very similar to almost like a normal UK pancake, and then the inside it's like candy floss or cotton candy, but the texture is more like pork floss or chicken floss. It's delicious. I love it. I'm gonna have some more. This stall has got some things that are a little bit like our own Otah back in Singapore, but they've got crab and fish, eggs of horseshoe crabs, and a mixed seafood version. We're not stopping to eat, unfortunately, otherwise I'll be having that. We're on quite a tight schedule. We've got about 6 minutes left here at the market, so I'm going to try and explore as much as possible, and then we're going to head on. Okay, here. I've also got Ashley here from a couple of Kiwis. So we're going to try some stuff.
Is it Otah?
Well, we call it Otah in Singapore, yeah.
Fish. Oh, yum.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
It's delish.
Okay, I need some. Okay, so this is the Thai Otah, and it is a lot thicker than the Singaporean one. I'm just going to pick it up. Look at this. It's got leaves in it, it's got a very different texture. Oh, no, this one might be the horseshoe crab eggs. There's some round stuff in it. Well, let's have a go.
It's delicious.
That's legit. It's slightly grainier than the Otah in the UK. Where am I from? Singapore. But it's really, really tasty. I'm a fan of this one. Next, we don't know what flavour this one is, but it looks good.
It looks, I feel like the other one's fish, maybe. Ooh.
This one's smoother.
I feel like that one was the crab.
Yeah, I think you might be right. So that means the last one, if we got it right, this one is going to be...
Spice.
Yeah, that one's got some kick to it. This one's going to be either fish or eggs. The other one had the like round bits, but I think it's probably the eggs.
The egg one.
Which means this one might be fish. Should have taken the cutlery they offered me.
Ooh.
Softer, a bit more moist.
That's more fishy to me.
This is white fish?
Uh-huh.
I think so.
I like the second one the best.
Okay, well, that one's for you.
Yay.
We'll carry on. The most visited site in Ayutthaya, the former capital city of Thailand, is Wat Mahathat. Built in the late 1300s, the central prang still stands in the middle of the site, despite losing its top half in 1625 and its replacement in 1633. In 1956, a secret chamber was discovered, filled with gold jewellery and caskets, but for me the treasure is in the history that the site still holds to this day. This Buddha head behind me is made out of sandstone, and it had fallen off its own statue, and over many years this bodhi tree has grown around its head. We know a bodhi tree really well because our apartment looks over one in Singapore, and that one is about 130 years old, and the root system is incredible. So I don't know how old this tree is. I can't see anything that would tell me, but it is pretty special to see how it has grown around so perfectly, this Buddha head. Now, interestingly enough, if we're close as I am now, you're supposed to crouch down or sit to make sure that you are not higher than the head, and there's someone who sits on a chair here just to make sure that everybody does stay down, which is pretty cool. The final part of my trip was a tour of the homes on the canal in Bangkok. Raised out of the water on stilts, many of these homes are structurally fragile, with some falling to ruin every few weeks. Residents are unable to pay for the repairs, as they would require machinery that would go into the water, a huge cost to the families who live in fear of their homes becoming driftwood. We docked and took a short walk through the Pasi Charoen district to Wat Mahathat, where there stands a 69-metre tall copper Buddha statue built only in 2021. Every step closer, I took in just how magnificent this statue was. Back on the boat, I couldn't help but stare quietly, taking in the lives of the canal dwellers and the challenges that faced them every day. I felt sombre and wished I had an opportunity to visit some homes and talk to the people. Hi everybody, so I wanted just to come on and say a quick hello to you. Thank you for watching the episode so far. You might notice that the episode has taken a bit of a turn. Actually, it's towards the end of the episode actually. But it's taken a turn because while our channel and this episode is all about the wonder, the amazing things that we could see, I wasn't going to film this episode actually, but when I saw the way that they watered the paddy fields with water from the river, I had to share that with you. But it's finished on quite a somber note. I felt that a lot of that area in the canals was just, it felt hopeless and it felt a bit sad, to be honest. And it has been something that's stuck with me for the past 2 weeks since I got back from Thailand. It's stuck with me so much that I've got a blog that I've nearly finished writing over on jontytan.com, and I'm also planning an episode, a documentary, where I get to interview and talk to some of the people who live on the canals there and some of the locals. And so, so I've managed to speak to a Thai friend who's going to be my fixer for that situation. But I thought I'd just come on and ask if you are interested in getting involved by sponsoring that episode, that documentary. Please get in touch. We're looking at flights, somewhere to stay, food, I guess, for the trip, any extra gear we might need to hire or borrow, and maybe at the moment the plan is that I'll go on my own, and that I'll meet the fixer and we'll do the episode together, the documentary together. But maybe we could get someone else to come along to help film some of it. If you're interested, if you're thinking about sponsoring that and helping us to make that happen, we'd appreciate it heaps. So thank you very much. Also, thank you for watching this episode. This is where it concludes. I appreciate you joining us for the journey, even when we're not here in Singapore. We do have plenty of local content coming up very, very soon, starting next week. And if you haven't had a chance, do check out my own channel. It's slightly different to Wanderlust. I talk about some of the pressing topics that are in Singapore today. Part of my discovery of my country of birth is finding out about how it functions today. One of my more recent videos is about homelessness in Singapore. I had the amazing opportunity to meet a lady called Liana Demira, who was homeless for a short while in Singapore while she was pregnant and with 2 kids, and her story is quite inspiring. Do go and check it out, and we will see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.